Hey guys, it's me Phil, how are we doing? Hope you're having a good day. I'm just going to wing this one. I've not got anything planned, I'm just going to say it off the top of my head. So if there's any funny editing gaps, you know why. Today is my 55th birthday. It's June the 12th, 2026 as I'm recording this. In fact, Alexa, what's today's date?
Today's date is Friday, June 12th, 2026.
Hope you heard that. Thank you. And I just wanted to run over a few things about hitting my mid-50s. There's things they don't tell you. General aches and pains and things going wrong. Bits dropping off. Damaged my finger. Don't know how the hell that's happened. Well, I do, but seriously. And I just thought I'd run through some thoughts of what it's like being my mid-50s now. I'm going to start with driving. I remember somebody telling me once that kids drive like they've got no time left in the world, and old people drive like they've got all the time in the world. And it's kind of true. You see these kids that have just passed the test, they're bombing around everywhere. They've got to get everywhere quickly as possible. And I still suffer with old drivers, that are older than me, obviously. They go really slowly. They always drive where you're wanting to go in, and, they always get in the way. But I've generally slowed down in my driving. I've been done for speeding twice. I learnt my lesson. I literally now drive like a grandad. I stick to the speed limit. And people still can't get it through their heads that you are in control of the vehicle. If you get caught speeding, whose fault is it? Mainly BMW drivers. But we're not going to that. I've slowed down. And I don't need to prove anything to anybody. When you're younger, you're out there, you're trying to make a name for yourself. I wouldn't say racing and things like that. But you do these things when you're younger. And as you age, you just don't feel the need to. I don't need to impress anybody. And the best thing is, you get to a certain age and you finally realise you can say no. Somebody said to me not so long ago, "Oh, can I borrow something?" I'm not going to say what it was because they might watch this video. And I says, "No." "Oh, why?" And you know what? You don't have to tell anybody anything. You can just say no and that's it. Now, it will upset them. It's tough shit. Sorry, swearing now. It's tough. But, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. It's like a video I did not so long ago. You can have cake for breakfast if you want. You can do whatever you want. Nobody checks up on you. It's brilliant. Aging is one of them things where you do finally realise things, that things aren't as rigid as you may think. But no, it's very weird. It's like going back to the driving thing. Insurance is meant to get cheaper, but it doesn't. It keeps going up. It used to be when you hit 25 to 27-ish, your insurance went down. Now it seems to go up every year. This is another reason why I got rid of my Audi, which was costing me a fortune. Love that car. Still got this little model here. Love that car. Costing you a fortune to run. If anything had gone wrong with it, it would have been ballistic money. This is why I've gone back to driving beta cars, as the Americans would say. It cost me 1,600 quid, that little Seat of mine. Love the car. Third of the insurance. It's diesel. Third of the running costs. Tax is a little bit too much, but never mind. I drive a crap car. I like it. That's all that matters. You don't have to impress anybody. You can just... If somebody's getting on at you about how your car is, don't worry about them. This guy once said to me, "Phil, I don't like you." And I put my nose up to his face and went, "I don't really give a fuck. Sorry." It's like a lot of things. You kind of have these ways of living, the rules of life kind of thing. And all of a sudden you think, I don't have to follow them rules anymore. It's like working. You are meant to start work at 18, 19, whatever it is nowadays. Some people start earlier, some people start later. You work until retirement. You have maybe 10 years then you die. And you don't realise how short that bit of retirement is. In fact, let me just do a... This is where one of the edits is going to be. Excuse me a moment. Right, I'm back. I'm hoping this comes across. So you've got 0 to, say, 18. That's when you go to school, that's when you learn all this stuff, you get whatever. 18 to, say, 76, give or take, depending on what the retirement age is. And then you've got 76 till death. That's a long time that you're working. I saw that on the internet. A professor was saying about that. I was watching a lecture once, and he said that all those years that you're working. I hope that's come around the right way and it's not reversed, but we'll see. I mean, I started work in a shop called Motor World back in 1987, I think it was, and I was there till 94. Then I did 2 years at a golf course, and that's how I kind of fell into the grounds care side. And then I got I was there for 2 years as a casual, and I got let go. And then I started at my last job, which was through Brumby Hall and whatever, and I was there nearly 30 years. 30 years is a long time. I'm kind of semi-retired at the moment. I still do stuff, but it's just kind of between jobs at the moment. And you don't realise how quick time goes. I look back now and I can remember being 15, and from 17 till 25 I was going out into town. We used to go to Pickwicks. Those of you in Scunthorpe that remember Pickwicks, we would go out. There would be about, 15, 20 of us go out at a time. There was a big friend group. Now I don't really have friends as such. But I look back. I was listening to these girls the other day, and they were going on about wearing ripped jeans. And I thought, I was doing that 30 odd years ago. They always, and the other thing is, something I've started saying over the past 10 years, when they say you start to be like your parents, it's true. I once realised that I was driving along and I said, God, today's music is crap. And it is. And a mate of mine, he said it's a generational thing. What kids are listening to now, they will be saying about modern music in the future being crap. He says it's like today's music isn't for me or whatever of my age, it's for the kids. And I did listen to a song on the radio, and it was crap. And I thought, Christ, I'd sound just like my dad. I don't dress like him, or I'm hoping I dress a bit more modern than my dad used to do, bless him. I mean, it's like that with my dad. It's 2026. He passed away 20 years ago. And I'm 55 now. I'm getting closer and closer to his age of when he left us. And there's a quote from an Indiana Jones film from Dean Stanton. And is it the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Terrible film, but the quote is brilliant. It seems we have reached an age where life stopped giving us things and has started taking them away. And as you age, you do realise how very true that is. More and more people are leaving us. Look at all the celebrity deaths that have happened in 2026. Obviously, they're not family or anything like that. But it's just scary that time passes so quick. And I will say to a lot of people, to your parents, if you've got both of them alive, for the love of God, give them a hug, give them a kiss, and tell them that you love them, because they ain't going to be around all. And this is why I give my mum a hug and a kiss and tell her I love her every day, because at some point she's not going to be here and I'm going to be probably devastated. But no, like I said, I am now 5 years away from 60. That is a scary thought. So yeah, this is a wonderful thing to be talking about on my birthday, But I've been planning this for the past couple of weeks as my birthday's been coming up. I don't want people to say happy birthday and all that kind of stuff in the comments. I don't really care. I don't really get comments on my videos. I don't really get, like, apart from the usual people who I really appreciate. Thank you very much. You know who you are. But yeah, it's a bit scary. Another quote, I think it was Captain Jean-Luc Picard on the Next Generation. He says there's less days forward than there are behind. My God, never has that been more true. But yeah, if you are getting older in years and you feel like me, leave me a comment down below, see how things have changed for you, let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll go from there. If you made it all the way through, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.